A man is supposed to tick multiple boxes not only to get women, but also to be valuable to society. However, women feel like they can just call themselves a 10, and society should accept that. Check this whale out.
Do you ever get dressed and just be like, damn, I look good? I did today.
Do you ever look in the mirror and think, damn, I'm delusional? I'm causing stress on my heart, knees, and ankles. I hope you did today, so you can put down the fork and push away from the table.
Women want the best men all the time, and sometimes they just want to be single moms. Yeah, you heard that right. Here's the proof.
Do you guys want to be somebody's wife? What do you want to be? I don't really know if I necessarily want to get married. You want to have kids? I do want to have kids, but I'm not sure if I want to get married.
So women love to say, nobody chooses to be a single mother, Aaron. What is this?
You want to have kids, but you don't know if you want to get married. So that means that you're planning to already bring this child into it and have a deficit in their life, right? If I find the right person, we could get married. But do you have to find the right person to have the baby? I do think I have to find the right person to have a kid, but I also feel like I'm in a position where I'm doing things for my own, so I would completely be okay with having to take on their responsibility.
So this is exactly what's going on in our communities. Women are purposely having babies out of wedlock because in her mind, she thinks she's adequate enough and suitable enough to raise a child all by herself. Why does she think this? Because her mother did it. Her mother was a single mother. And that is the reason why I'm against single motherhood, because it becomes an acceptable generational curse.
The man impregnates, ghosts her, and she got exactly what she wanted. A kid who's probably gonna be a criminal or a hoe. Stats don't lie. Let's check some comments. We donors now, busting that shit and keep it pushing because that's what they want anyway. They want everything without us, but need us to do it. Children need their fathers. Fellas, warning, do not give your seed to women who think like this. And now, listen to this woman who talks about men not wanting single moms.
Now, I know some of y'all don't have critical thinking skills, so I'm going to try to break this down carefully. Stay with me. Number one, it is okay for a man to have the preference of not dating a single mother. Number two, it's okay for a single mother to feel some type of way about that if in fact the reasoning behind why this man doesn't want to date a single mother is because he feels like something is wrong with the single mother, when the truth is he simply doesn't want to raise somebody else's children.
Yeah, and rightfully so. So men prefer having their own kids instead of raising another man's.
Number three, when a man is raised by a single mother and he himself says he will never date a single mother as if a single mother is beneath him, he is part of the problem.
Women.
Number four, those of you who be like, oh, he just doesn't want to repeat the cycle, lack the critical thinking skills necessary and should have thought this through a little longer. Number five, in order for him to not repeat the vicious cycle of single motherhood, he would have to either A, become a stepfather to a fatherless child, or B, not create a single mother himself. Number six, if a man was raised by a single mother and he didn't necessarily have the best relationship with her, and that's the reason why he doesn't want to date single mothers, it isn't because she was a single mother that made her the worst person to be mothered by. It was because she was a terrible person to begin with, not because she's a mom. Number seven, just because you had a bad experience with your mother and she was single, raising you alone, doesn't mean every single mother you meet will be like your mom.
So, let me get this straight. Ain't no woman making concessions when considering a man. If he's fat, period. But a man who's been raised by a single mom, has seen all she's gone through, and does not want his kid to be raised like that, is simply a bad person, if not part of the problem? Make it make sense.
Number 8, if you have dated a lot of single mothers and you keep having negative experiences with single mothers and you are still single and not married yourself, sir, that means you just make poor choices in women. These women aren't terrible because they're single mothers. You just have a pattern. You have a bad habit of choosing women that you aren't compatible with. It's not that you're having better experiences with childless women. You're still single. You're not married. 9 times out of 10, every woman you are choosing is not the right woman. Number 9, most of y'all saying y'all wouldn't date single mothers have never dated a single mother a day in your life. You just have this negative stigma on single mothers because you're applying a shit ton of stereotypes to her that society has indoctrinated you to do so.
No, society now is indoctrinating men to believe that single moms are the best thing ever. It's amazing how some women would change facts to legitimize their narratives.
Number 10, the best way to discontinue the vicious cycle of single motherhood is if you yourself as a man refuse to create a single mother, number 1. And number 2, you decide to be the best stepfather there is. If you leave a woman who is a bad person or bad at parenting with raising a child alone, she is going to create more daughters that are going to be single mothers. She's going to create more sons who are going to make single mothers.
So she's suggesting that men should come and save single moms. Sorry, but men are not willing to play Captain Save-A-Ho.
If you classify yourself as a high value man, if you are decent, 9 times out of 10 you have a great character. So you are a generous person. Your influence on a child that doesn't have a father would help repair our community. Honorable mention. Just because I'm a single mother doesn't mean I've suddenly become incompetent or that I don't know anything about parenting. There are single mothers out there who are great mothers. They're great girlfriends and they make amazing wives. There's plenty of men out here who became a stepfather and they love that experience. If you don't want to date single mothers, that's your preference, that's okay. But stop trying to make it seem like there's something wrong with single mothers when you simply just don't want to take care of somebody else's children. That just means you yourself don't have the resources, the kindness, or the selflessness to be able to adopt somebody else's child.
Of course, men don't want to raise another man's kids even if he's got the resources, kindness, and all that good stuff. Let's check some comments. Dating a single mother in most cases simply isn't worth it. This is experience talking, fellas. The law says you can possibly be put on child support for a child that isn't yours. This is enough of a reason to avoid at all costs. I have the resources, but I'd rather spend my resources on my own children. I don't agree with parts of this. Some men that choose not to date single mothers do have the resources, the kindness, and the selflessness to take care for children that aren't their own. Maybe those men just want kids of their own blood. There's nothing wrong with that. Only when you have a child do these modern day women realize the importance of having a man. You know, it's all good when they let the bad boy hit for free right until they get pregnant. From that point onwards, the woman goes back to her primal gender roles and wants a provider and protector. Well, guess what? The baby's daddy is nowhere to be found anymore, and no man wants to wife up a single mommy.
Look, I have a kid. I used to be like that until I had my kid. Now that I have my kid, like, I might be this, oh, I'm a boss bitch, da, da, da. But deep down in my heart, I would do absolutely anything to be at home and be like always with my child.
There you go.
But unfortunately,
and have a man protecting you. Stop acting like, stop leaving out the man part.
Right.
Because for you to be home with your child, that means you got a man holding you down, protecting you.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, he's right. And that shit's hard. Like, but unfortunately, since I'm by myself, I gotta hustle, you know. Yeah. But I would do anything to have a man like that.
That's what we saying. That's exactly.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you for telling the fucking truth. God bless you for telling the truth. Talking about Instagram over a real nigga.
You did choose Instagram over a man.
Because unfortunately, like, that's a platform where I can make a living off, and nobody's helping me because I don't have that protector yet. You get me?
But you don't think a man could provide and protect for you?
Yeah, but I just haven't found that guy yet. And
That's what we're saying. That's what we say. Hold on. How come women can't just say, "Listen, I want a man," instead of acting like y'all don't want a man and just want to be boss bitches?
Right.
That's what we're saying.
Nobody said that.
Just been
That's
hurt.
not what I said.
Nobody said that. Like y'all said.
I don't want to interrupt. Nobody said that.
Like y'all
She wants to. After you go, she wants to clarify her point.
I just want to clarify because I feel like it's getting turned.
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Put the camera on her.
Who?
You.
Couch girl.
Like y'all said, you're right. And I've been trying to talk, but Myron don't let me. But I really respect Myron.
Because
and
you can't finish your sentence.
Because it's hard for me to explain. But I respect the fuck out of you, and I give you your right because you're right. That is true. What you're saying is true, and I respect you, and I respect everything that you've done. This whole part, like,
just make your point, please.
The point is that I haven't found the protector because No, I don't know the point already.
Because you want to stay at home with your child. You want a man to take care of everything.
This is why I cut you off.
He can take care of you.
All right, go ahead. Please say what you were going to say.
So what I had said got twisted. I'm not saying that I don't want a man. Like, I would love a happy marriage. I would love that. But I think there's a big difference between want and need. And I think as a person, you shouldn't need anyone. You should want them in your life.
I'm really glad you brought this up. We had a discussion about this the other day. The problem is that women want a man. No, you fucking need a man. You need to operate like you need one. And I'll tell you why. Only in modern day times. Well, from a biological standpoint,
happily single.
Because
you mean like as far as like children?
Yeah, she said happily single too. Here's the thing. From a biological standpoint, women do need men, and I know they get mad when I say that, but a woman cannot take care of herself and her child on her own until recent times. But the problem is that.
But you agree that right now that they can.
They can, but here's the thing: social constructs don't adhere to reality. A woman can get a degree and make more money, etc. But guess what? Let's say you make $100,000 a year. How much do you want your man to make?
101.
At least on your level, correct?
Yep.
I think the man should be able to equally contribute. Yes, ideally.
Fantastic. Thank you. That proves my point that even though you have your security taken care of, you will not deal with a man unless he can add an additional level.
I didn't say I wouldn't. I said I would ideally like.
Let me.
Ideally like. That would be ideal.
Well, congratulations. That's you and every other woman. Women want a man at least on their level, if not better. Even if they're able to provide their own level of security, they will not entertain or deal with a man unless he can provide some level of security as well. Why is that? Because women are hardwired to look for a man that can provide security. So what I'm simply saying is that you can go ahead and provide for yourself. That's true, but you can't beat your biology.
That was
you still
my
want a man
argument,
who's
that we
superior,
can.
and you can't. Just because you can doesn't mean it's optimal. Just because it's capable does not mean it's optimal. I can send 20,000 women into war, and I can do that. It's capable. Is it optimal? No, I'd rather send 20,000 men to war. Why? Because men are biologically superior to women from a physicality standpoint. So just because you can doesn't mean it's the best. And my thing is this: women say, I don't need a man. You actually do. Biologically rooted to need a man. The problem is that women want a man, and when you want, you're not going to go as hard. If I go to the gym and I need to get in shape and I need to fucking look good, I'm going to go ahead and do everything required. But if I simply want to do it, I'm going to go to the gym, half-ass it, have a pizza here or there. I'm not going to take it as seriously. And that's where a lot of modern day women are. They think, I make money. I don't need a man. I want one. Well, guess what's going to happen? That guy wants some sex. He's going to get it from you and then move on to the next bitch. So you need to move with a purpose. A lot of girls think, I just want one. Well, you're not going to take it seriously when you just want one. You need one.
Yep.
Well said.
And that's how you got to move.
And you did say that I'm happily single and then I could be a CEO. Which was insinuating
and a boss bitch.
I did it. I did it. I said
it was insinuation that you don't need a man, and therefore being a CEO would be equal happiness to having a man in your life.
The question was, he said that if basically what he had said was that, oh, if you don't get married and you don't have this man, like, you're not going to make it. And I said, that's not true. You could. Basically what you were saying was that if you're not pretty, you're screwed.
I did not say that. I simply said.
Was that not the gist
the
of
metric
the conversation?
Of success for a woman?
Am I misremembering
I said the metric of success for a woman.
The point of wanting versus needing a man is excellent. These women need men whether they like it or not. Just take a look at society's infrastructure. But, these chicks think those kinds of conveniences came out of thin air. Let's take a look at the comments. I do OF because I have to make money and nobody's helping me. Zero accountability and major entitlement. She chose to have a child out of wedlock and thinks someone should be helping her. Men don't think or expect that anyone should be helping them. If we did, people would think we were bums. The fact that OF, in her mind, is the only way she can make money proves she offers nothing and should be objectified. You are what you are. Own it. You know that modern women and the word accountability don't go well together. Just remember, she's crying because she might have to settle for you. Just like Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, she will probably have to settle for an average Joe making quote-unquote little money. Sorry, not sorry. The high-value men will still enjoy their particular abundance of women where single moms are not allowed. It's important for every man to watch several of these podcasts. It will help you avoid the women that will destroy your life. They don't cry for what they did, but for the consequences of what they've done. Yeah, the bedroom fund was a huge dopamine booster, but having a child out of wedlock is a pain in the neck and somewhere else. Guys, thanks for checking out this video. Stay tuned for more daily content. Like, subscribe, and comment. Don't forget to check out the pinned comment below and vote on the poll. Peace.